Hey everybody, it's another Friday at the Florida Institute of Technology, and semester's going pretty well. I had to park somewhere in not my normal place today, and I couldn't find a parking place to save my life. So things must be going well. Now, the COVID-19 situation has gotten quite a bit worse, and now it's getting better each week. Last week we had 16. This week, I was hoping to get down in single digits, but we're down to 10. But the Delta variant is being followed by a couple of others. And, I think Lambda and Nu are the names. And theoretically, they're just as contagious as the Delta. We won't really know, but they're in Florida. So just the fact that things are looking better and hospitalizations down, et cetera. But the death rate isn't. It's still something we have to be aware of and be careful about. 8 students, 2 staff this week that are down with COVID, and which means we're doing better, except if you're one of those 10, as I usually say. We wish them the best and a speedy recovery. Delta is quite a bit different than the original virus, and so it's the ability to ward it off is a little more difficult. But it's if you're vaccinated, then your chances are significantly improved. So we're still encouraging vaccinations. I'm sure everyone saw President Biden and his desire to get all federal workers vaccinated, or at least report in a negative report. And actually, I would like to say he took that idea from us, because it's very similar, if not exactly the same as the protocol that we've installed. We're still going mask to mask. We're still encouraging hand washing. We're still doing all the, don't get into large groups. And everybody has a desire to do that. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I mean, I fend off the requests daily with regard to grouping together individuals. I just will not risk the safety of this campus because people want to have a small party or whatever. Because usually small parties end up being larger parties. And many of these that we've seen with students and others are because of socialization that wasn't necessary. I want you to be able to socialize. We're human beings. We need the camaraderie of others. There's no doubt about that. But we just have to stay the course. How long? At least 3, 4, 5, 6 months, but it might be 3 or 4 or 5 years. And so we have to knuckle down and make ourselves aware that this fight isn't going to be over quickly. The semester's in full swing. Classes are going well. Students are attending. It appears that we're stronger than we've ever been with regard to our student body and the classes and the research and the laboratory work, all the things that we do to try to produce some of the best engineers, scientists, business, psychologists, et cetera, in the world. We're doing really well. And I applaud our faculty for doing that. And they're wading through. I mentioned, I think last week, I taught my first class in a long time in a mask. It was not a pleasant experience, but it's necessary. It really is necessary. So we're going to stick it out. I encourage the parents to encourage their students. I encourage the students to encourage their friends. I encourage the faculty to stay the course, and we will make it through this. And in 2, 3, 4 months, perhaps we'll be able to see the bottom of it. That's our goal. That's what we're hoping for. I think if we work at it diligently, we might be able to make that happen. So it's a great semester. It's a shame. It's just a shame that we're not able to do the things that make a college campus more fun, that we can't congregate, that we really can't attend the athletic events. We can't have some of the events that we want to have, that we're doing so many things virtually. I'm having to have most of my meetings virtually, and gotten used to it, able to do it. But, we've got to defeat this virus, and we can only do that if every single individual does the things they need to do. If you can't get vaccinated and you're on the faculty or staff, then you need to get tested every week. And so that's really important. The students are not getting vaccinated at the rate that we prefer, and eventually that is going to take a toll. There's just no doubt in my mind. I hate that. But, if you have to miss 10 days of class, even though you can monitor most of the classes virtually, your learning suffers. And you're here to learn. You're here to become a great aerospace engineer or whatever it is you're studying to be. And you're not going to be able to do that watching it on video for days and days and days on end. It can be a good one, but it can be a better one if you're able to go to class. So I apologize for harping, but if we don't get this under control, it's going to control us. And that is something we just can't tolerate. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to have the ability to make some of the decisions, and they're hard. Believe me, they're really hard. I don't want to tell people they can't do things, but I don't have much choice at this point. Maybe next Friday I'll be able to say, hey, we're down to 3 cases and they all did stupid things or whatever. But in reality, most of the people that get this disease have really almost no idea how it happened. And they're doing their job, or they're going to class, or they're doing the things they need to do. So that's just the way this game is. It's the pandemic is a new phenomenon that most of us at our length of time on this world just haven't experienced. So good luck. Keep going to class if you can. Don't get ill. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Stay away from big groups. If somebody's coughing, treat them like a leper. It's just what we're going to have to do for a period of time. I'll be back next week, I hope, and we'll see if we've improved. Thank you.